Hello everybody, it's me Lisa Concepcion, Lisa the Love Coach, and today I am bringing you 5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that men do that turn women off, like from the jump, turns them off. So you're probably sitting there and you're like, I'm a good guy, like what am I doing wrong? This is going to be the video that's going to tell you what you're doing wrong. You're probably doing these things wrong. You're not realizing it. And I'm going to get into what they are. Let's begin with number 1. Stop with the blowing into the DM on social media and saying hi. Just hi, or hi beautiful. No hi beautiful. No like random hi beautiful in the DM. Now why? Okay, so little fun fact about beautiful women. They know that they're beautiful. They know this. I'm not telling them anything new. And you know, they're always being told, oh, you're so pretty, so hot looking, okay, wonderful. Doesn't really do anything. You become basic. You're like one of the many, one of the masses that's like telling me, you know, I'm beautiful. All right, cool. Like I've been told this since I'm 3. Look at this beautiful little girl, so pretty, such a pretty little girl. Yeah. By the time I'm 37, I know. So guys, know with the high beautiful, and they're just high. What do you do with that? What is a woman supposed to do with that? Is that like hi? Like is that a wave? It's like hi, I'm here now. It's up to you, woman, to click on my photo and do some investigation to see if I'm for you. Like stop being lazy, start getting creative, and think of something more engaging to say to this woman. See somebody pretty, take a second to maybe look at her life, like look at a few pictures and be like, oh, you live on the beach, what's that like? Or what beach do you live on? Like I live up by the beach as well, isn't it amazing? And whatever, like engage, learn how to engage. So the high and the high beautiful gets you nothing. Okay, so the other one is the how's your day? How's your day going? Busy? You're not going to get anything from that, right? You're not going to get anything from that. So what I do with my guy clients is I brainstorm with them a bunch of great openers that I know women really like. And it's fun and we get creative, and the best part is because it's a brainstorm that we're doing together, it's not inauthentic. So the whole purpose of coaching with me is that I get a sense of your vibe and I get a sense of what would work for you. And then based on that, we brainstorm some really cool stuff based on your sense of humor, based on, most importantly, the kind of woman that you want to attract, so that you're not just like, you know, making this misconception that guys have. It's just a numbers game. So you're like, you know, high DMing to 70 girls to see who responds. It's amateur hour, and it's not a high value move. And women, most likely the women that you want, kind of woman that you want to be with, she's going to see that coming a million miles away, and she's not going to entertain it. So second thing, turning women off. They see it coming, they're smart. Lying about being separated when you're really married, being divorced when you're really married, being divorced when you're really separated. Oh, didn't really file the papers yet, but I'm going to. Like, stop with that shit. Here's what everybody needs to do. Get divorced and then heal and then rebuild your life and then start dating. right? If you want to have a little flavor, a little fling, a little friends with benefits arrangement, fantastic. you know, a little something to quell the loneliness. But when it's time to really get serious with somebody, don't act like you're not ready to be serious. Like, if you're not ready to be serious, don't be serious. And this brings it to the ladies. Ladies, there are guys out there who are doing this. And you know what, guys? There are girls out there doing this too. Miami's coming back. Where, you know, you're asking questions and you're trying to be like skirting around the issue that you're not really divorced, or you're not really over it. You're not really 100% available. Stop lying. Stop dating before you're really ready. What are you bringing to the table? Oh, I'm kind of sort of married still. We're separated, but, you know, he lives in my house sometimes. It's a mess. Clear up your freaking mess before you bring the mess to another person. Not so difficult. Number 3. Either being cheap or other end. Doing way too much too soon to try to buy her love with money. It's a lot. It's like, you know, somebody who you have a conversation with a woman and she's like, oh, my favorite thing is, you know, I love Chanel. I just had a birthday and I bought myself a Chanel bag. And you get into a conversation. Oh, you shouldn't be buying yourself a Chanel bag. If you were with me, I would buy you 5. Oh, I think I should get you a belated birthday gift. No, no. Jason Riedel weighs in and says, I got papers for the woman that needs them in Miami. Interesting. Let's see where that gets you. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of women in Miami who are using men for citizenship and papers. Quality move. So yeah, there's the being cheap. So the being cheap is like dating without your financial situation intact. I'm not sitting here saying you need to be spending $1 gazillion on a date. That's ridiculous. In fact, I don't think you should be doing that at all. But if you go on a date and you bitch at the $20 cocktail or the $17 whatever with tip to the valet, whatever. If you're bitching about the minute little crap, it's not hot at all. Like if you take a woman out and she orders a glass of champagne and the glass of champagne is $22, you can't say, oh my God, $22 for a glass of champagne? Who the hell do these people think they are? Don't make comments like that. It makes you come across negative and cheap and lack and scarcity, and it's awful, and it makes the woman feel like, I mean, I'll pay for it, and then it gets her in a masculine place. It puts her in a masculine place where she's like, well, I mean, I'll pay for it. It's all good. Here's my credit card, or here's my, you know, a 20 and a 10 left on the table. All good. You don't want to put her in that masculine place where now she's like, I got it. I don't need you to buy me anything. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Here's the deal. Can't afford to take a woman out. You're not dating. It's that simple. Stop. Stop trying to step to women who are self-reliant, financially intact, and you're not. Because they're going to see it in 2 seconds. And it's a turnoff. And it's disrespectful. Number 4. Taking too long to ask her out on a date. Taking too long to ask her out on a date. You meet somebody, you start texting. Now, right now, we are in the middle of quarantine 2020, lockdown, house arrest, however way you want to call it. So this has actually been a nice time where people are starting to take more time to actually get to know each other, and they're dating online before meeting one another. This is good. This is awesome. What I'm saying is not making a move. Let's say you meet somebody right now on a dating app and you are like interested, and she's cool and charming and fun and funny, and you're bantering back and forth on text, but you don't think to invite her to do a phone date, a video date. where now you can kind of take things to another level, and you can be like, oh, all right, like let's get to know each other on FaceTime or on Skype or Zoom or whatever. Taking too long to do that makes her lose interest. You're like, here today, gone tomorrow. Have to be memorable. Get her, lock it down. You meet a girl, you think she's cool. Hey, let's hang out and do a date. Let's do a quick phone date. Melanie Duche says, how about a guy that asks you to dinner and then isn't hungry but wants to split an app or share yours? Cheap. That's a bad move right there. Basically, here's the move for dating. If you don't have a lot of money, right? Or better said, a lot of men, Melanie, do want to screen women to make sure that they're not gold diggers, because there's a lot of that, right? So to the men's credit, here's my recommendation. Start off with drinks at the bar. Cocktails. You could always order food at the bar if you decide that this person is cool and you want to hang out. I am a big fan of the preliminary Zoom date, video date, pre-screen. Many reasons. Number one, you want to make sure that this guy is who he says he is. Number two, you want to get a sense of how he lives. You ever get on a Zoom call with a guy and like the background to their bedroom is a shit show? Things everywhere, disarray, walking around the house. You're like, what the hell is the deal? Stay in one place. When you're doing a Zoom call, sit down, nice background, and stay in one place. You don't need to be walking around, taking laundry out of the laundry. Don't let somebody into your life right away like that. It's sit down, we're gonna talk for a half hour, and that's the other thing, no longer than a half hour. Done. And then you see where it goes next, and then you see where it goes next. Build rapport. Joe Mitten says, I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Joe Mitten? Joe Mitten? Or Joe Mitton? Show on Netflix called Dirty John. I gotta check that out. A few people told me to check that out. So yeah, definitely need to move along quicker and know what you're doing when dating, when courting. Advance it. Let me give you an analogy. Football, the object, march the ball down the field to get touchdown or a field goal. Same thing with dating. Same thing with dating. Melanie adds, well then they should say let's get a drink and not say let's meet for dinner at 7 when I show up hungry and he wants to pick at what I order. That is such a basic move. Like, seriously, if you can't afford dinner, don't say let's do dinner. Or if you prefer, I don't want to do dinner, I don't want to sit in front of somebody that I'm not really necessarily into, then have drinks. You could be in and out, have a cocktail, and in the time that it takes to have the cocktail, you can decide if, oh, I like this girl, I want to like have food with her. You could just say, you know what, how about we get a table? Or what if we just order right here and have like a little, thing set up at the bar? Either way, you can then expand it, right? But to sit here and be like, oh, let's have dinner, and then she shows up hungry and you've already eaten, that's basic bullshit, and we see through it, and it's pathetic, and don't do that. Better to just be like, hey, why don't we just have, a cocktail, like let's meet for a drink. Better, classier. And then you can decide if you like her to take it further and order food or whatever. Taking too long to ask her out on a date. Oh yeah. Text relationships. Again, the texting and the back and forth with the texting, taking too long, no good. She's going to lose interest. Don't understand why guys do this. I don't understand why men like this, like, pen pal kind of thing, like a text buddy. And then you disappear thinking we're idiots. You're off dating other people, right? And then you come back to us in 2 weeks. Hey, stranger, where have you been? Who the fuck is this? I'm sorry, who is this? That's what you're gonna get from a high value woman, because she's not gonna probably have your name with the number in her phone if you didn't make enough of a impression on her, right? So, oh, and another thing. Anyone out there, I think in the New York metro area, who I am friends with, who sees me on Tinder as someone else, meaning I am not on Tinder, I am in a relationship, but somebody jacked my pictures and they use them on social media, on dating apps to catfish people. I've been told this, and there's one doing it in the New York area. You coming to me does nothing. I know I have a million pictures out in the world, the internet and whatever. People are going to use them. That's just the world we live in. Report it to the app. It's a major tip. If you see somebody using fake pictures and you know the person that the fake pictures belong to, report it to the app. Reporting it to that person isn't going to do anything because that person isn't on the app. I'm not getting on Tinder so that I can tell Tinder that, hey, this person is me. I tried it. I went to Tinder. I said, hey, this person's trying to be me, and they don't do shit. So definitely be at it. You see me on Tinder, it is not me. They're using my pictures. You can call them out on it and report them. Destiny says, if you only text me, I assume you're saving me for a Netflix and chill. Denise Casale says, why do men make texting and phone contact but never make a date to meet? Exactly, this is the big question. Denise, this is what I think they're playing. Ready? They are holding you in a bullpen. I don't know if you're into baseball, but baseball, basically, you have a bullpen of pitchers. So, let's say you have a starting pitcher in a game, and they only pitch maybe 6 innings, right? They only go to a certain point. Somewhere around, the 4th inning, you're going to have some relief pitchers, you're going to have another starting pitcher, you're going to have somebody in your bullpen. This is the same type of thing that they do with women. They have a bullpen of women. They have their number one leader, their lead pitcher, their starting pitcher, woman, meaning this is the one I really want to take out. And she is probably dicking him around, making him chase and making him spin around because she's not really interested. Or she has a number one guy that she really likes. That's the thing. Everybody is chasing the wrong people. And the good ones, they're not doing shit with. So, my love, you are the tequila. You are not the lime. You do not chase anybody. You do not. Be the tequila, not the lime. If a man is dilly-dallying, you need to have a rule. From the time that they reach out to you to the time that it gets on a phone date, at least, especially now, quarantine, some kind of phone date, it's got to be within 48 to 72 hours. This banter back and forth, taking time out of your day for BS back and forth. Hey, you're really funny. These jokes are really cracking me up. How about a phone date? Set the pace as a woman, be a queen, get this guy in a phone date, see what he's about. Don't wait for him to do it. A woman sets the pace. A lot of women don't have that technique on point. So they end up going into this spiral of, I've been texting this guy for a week. No. You text him for 48 hours, and if he seems like he has somewhat of a cool personality, you invite him in on a phone date. Period. You start setting the pace from the beginning. You have boundaries, you're a busy woman, you have other stuff going on, you can't be bantering back and forth. In fact, when there's too much phone banter, it makes a woman question how busy you are. Aren't you a busy, successful businessman with business to do? Why the hell are you texting me all day? Denise Casale asked, how do I handle this quarantine? Denise, my love, you start off with booking a session with me, 90 minutes, date with power and purpose. I'm doing a special dating during the quarantine. We're going to put some strategies together so that you know how to handle yourself on a phone chat, how to ask the right questions, and how to get out of there so that then he wants more. You keep him wanting more. The topics that are taboo, when to bring them up, how, all of that stuff so that you come away knowing who this guy is. I have 3 clients who met guys in the last 2 months. So they met them pretty early into the quarantine, and now they're dating during the quarantine. So things have changed. So that's definitely something to consider doing. Maria Salas is on, Sandra Pacheco is on, all these girls are on. It's interesting. This topic is for men, yet the women are on. The women are on. Where are all the boys who need this advice? All the boys. Number 5, fifth thing that men do that turn women off. Probably not even going to see her again if you pull this shit. Trying too hard to get in her house and in her bed. Trying too hard. You're violating her space. It's not gentlemanly. It's thirsty. It's desperate. Oh, so what are you doing now? Ladies, the correct answer to that question is, what am I doing now? I'm going to sleep. Oh, but it's only 10:30. I know I have, stuff to do in the morning, but I'd love to see you again. We can get together again. Oh, I can't come up for a little cocktail? No. And then the fact that you asked, like, now I don't want to see you again. Like, now you ruined it. Correct response, men. I had a great time with you. This was really fun. What's your week like? I'd like to see you again. I'm free on Thursday. Okay, cool. Thursday. I'll pick you up. What time's good? 8 o'clock? Yeah, that'll be great. Then you walk her ass to her door, you kiss her goodnight, and you kiss her on the forehead, you say goodnight, and then when you get your ass in your car, you text her again, and you say, I really had a good time tonight, and I'm looking forward to Thursday. Sleep well, beautiful. No. Now she's there. Oh my God, I met this guy. She's screenshotting your text. Oh my God, the date was amazing. She's sending it to 5 of her girlfriends. Oh my God, look what happened. He didn't try to come up. Oh my God, this guy's amazing. Sandy Bella weighs in. Great comment, girlfriend. Keep the cookie in the jar. That's right. Keep the cookie in the jar. Do not give that up so easily. You're not the Salvation Army ringing the bell. Bling, 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 bling. Light up my pusasa. Bling, 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 bling. Desperate. Ridiculous. No. You have to envision it like, this is the club. This is the hottest club in town. There's a velvet rope around. Velvet rope around. People lining up. And you get to assess who gets in. Who comes in? Who comes in my house? When? Right? So guys, that you're out there and you're sitting here trying to do the weak ass game of trying to angle and slither your way into some chick's house, gross. Grow up. That high value women are not down for that at all. High value women are not down for that. If you're trying to date women to just get some, that's easy and they'll let you right in. Here you go. Yeah, come on up. Come on up, let's hang, let's watch a movie. Okay, but a woman of value, a woman looking for a serious relationship, she knows that the Netflix and chill date means sex, and she's not doing that shit until you have proven that you can be trusted and that you can have her feeling safe. You help a woman, make a woman feel safe, that means she'll open up to you. She'll open up her heart, she'll open up her mind, she'll open up her soul, her legs, all of it. You gotta make her feel safe. And how do you do that? You show respect, attention. You pay attention, you listen to what she says about herself, about the things she has going on in her life. You make mental note. I'm taking a drink of my cocktail because after all, it is the 5 o'clock quarantini. Cheers to all of you out there. Delicious. Made myself a little purple drink. Okay. Dan. Can't really see this, but it's something about taking the high road. Just my opinion. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I can't see it. It's like the comments are coming so fast. But, look, to the guys out there who are gentlemen, right? Like, I'll give you an example of how Mr. S, textbook gentleman, Mr. S. When I met Mr. S, he was 51 years old. I was 45. Yes, he's 6 years older than I. Okay, so I had just turned 45. So different game, right? I was like, I want serious relationship. I'm like all about it. And so I was behaving in a way that was of a person who wanted a serious relationship. So when I met him during the day at a restaurant, like a marina kind of thing here in Miami called The Deck. And from meeting, through our conversation, I learned that he only lives 5 blocks away from me because I wanted to manifest the guy within walking distance. And when I found out that he lived 5 blocks away from me, I was very happy, and so was he. So I had driven, again, looking for something serious. I'm not about going out and getting liquored up. So I drove, and it was a Sunday. So I wanted to cool it down. I had work the next day, doing all the right moves, right? as a lady looking for someone serious. So we meet, and I say to him, you know, I have my car, so if you'd like a ride back to the beach, I can give you a ride back to the beach. So we get in the car, we're listening to 80s music, we're having fun, and it was like a 10-minute ride, 15-minute ride, not even. And while I'm driving towards his street, blinker, ready to turn left, he says, I don't think I'm done with you yet. Do you want to grab a bite? So I said, sure, I'm hungry, I could eat, let's do it. So we go to this place, we sit at the bar, we order a bunch of food I ordered, and we start talking, we start getting to know each other more. Then I fed him. Food comes, I made him the perfect bite, and I fed him it, and he was like, amazing. Okay, so these are little things that I was doing to show him that I was interested in him. Check comes, he settles it up, super, super nice, and we go to leave, and he says to me, I definitely want to see you again. So you see how he is, football analogy, moving the ball up the field. I definitely want to see you again. To which I said, so meeting you today was an unexpected delight. I was just out having fun with my friends, and then I meet you. This was amazing. So I would love to see you again as well. However, I have to be very honest with you about the intention that I would be bringing to that second date, because I'm interested at this stage in my life, where I am in my life, something serious. And my dating style is such that I prefer to just date one person at a time. So if it means that I'm hanging out with you, I'm hanging out with you to see if it could happen. I'm not gonna hang out with you and then hang out with Mike tomorrow and Steve on Saturday and Jason on Sunday. Like, I don't roll like that, and I appreciate that in return. And if that's not your dating style, cool, all good. Like, we'll just be friends and all is good. I'm up the block, you found a friend in me, I'm from New York just like you, found a friend in me, but this is my dating style. So I am looking for something serious, and I do not date more than one person at a time. So if you're cool with that, then cool. So he said, I heard everything you say. I love New York women because they're so straightforward, and it only makes me like you more. And I have a little expression, life's too short for bullshit. When I see something I like, I go for it. So I'm like, cool, so we have an understanding. So he's like, we do. That was it. From there, we went on a date again. He did not come to my house. I dropped him off. I kept my seatbelt on. He gave me a kiss, and it was a classy, sexy, like, nice to meet you and I want to know more kiss. It was delicious, and I let him out of my car, and I was like, oh my God, don't park the car, get out of the car, get out of here, get out of here, right? Because I had to keep myself in check. So what happens is, I go to my house, he goes to his house, we go to sleep. Next day, text message. So, such a fun night last night, excited to see you again. I'm like, same here, looking forward. And then we had another date. And the next date, he walked me to my house, kissed me goodnight at the door, kissed my forehead, watched me go into the vestibule lobby area of my condo unit thing, and walked away. And as he was walking away, I waved at him, and he waved back and blew me a kiss. Lovely gentleman, not thirsty trying to get up in my house, not thirsty trying to get some, nothing. Just like, I want to get to know you. Why? Because from the jump, I established myself as a queen. I said straight up, this is what I'm looking for. And if you're not, that's cool. You found a friend in me no matter what. But you got to know to walk away. If it's like, yeah, I'm into that too, and their actions don't show that, you got to bounce. You got to bounce. And he was quick to make second date. It wasn't that he lingered a week. I saw him 4 times the first week. 4 times. He made himself known in my life. First date was when we met. Second date was 2 days later. Third date was me and his dad. I invited them out to help me eat comped food at a restaurant because I was writing a blog about date spots to go for couples. So I said, they're going to give me all this food. Do you and your dad want to come and help me? I know your dad's visiting. Do you have plans for dinner? Come help me eat this food. Had the best time. Best time. So Tiffany, I think, somebody asked if I felt sparks right away, or did it progress? So when I met Mr. S and we shook hands, it was like this electrical, like I knew I had to know him. I didn't know for why. I didn't know if he was gonna like invest in my business, or if like I was gonna date him. I didn't know what the deal was, but I knew I needed to know him. So there was that. And then it wasn't until the second date where the attraction thing kicked in, where I was like, oh yeah, it's on. It was something that he did, the way he walked it from where we were seated to the bathroom, just the way he had like a presence in the room. I was like, oh, it's on. It is on. So attraction kicks in at different times for different people. I like that slow build. I think it's mature, as opposed to that like, oh my God, he's so hot, and you're blinded by the hot, and then you have to like temper yourself. So fireworks, yeah, kinda, it was like a vibe. It was definitely like an electricity, like an energy exchange that we had, which was awesome. It was amazing. So I'm going to recap them again, and if you guys have questions and things as I'm going on, feel free, write them in, comment below, hit me up at lovequestcoaching.com, where you can get a free love life assessment. There's a button there, you click it, you get the chance to ask a bunch of questions, and I answer specific questions that you have for me. I give you specific answers back. Super cool. So I am going to actually shout out somebody who got me into a date with a really, really, really cool opener. And it was, how does a guy like me get around a busy girl like you? Very cool opener. It's giving me cred. It's elevating me. It's like, damn, like he knows my value. Like, how does a guy like me get around a busy girl like you? And I remember I wrote him back and I said, all you got to do is ask. And he said, okay, brunch this Sunday, ? And I said, done. Because he was so decisive, so on point, so confident, but boosted my confidence that I was like, this is a cool guy. I like this guy. And then banter back and forth, whatever, and it ended up being like a really fun, dating situation. So be creative with it. Be, smart, and don't be afraid to ask a fun question. Don't be afraid to show by how you open it up. So the first one, which speaks to this, the hello beautiful, how are you doing, how's your day going, that's just basic lazy, and it shows that you're just like doing the same thing to 27 other people. You're not taking the time to know her before you reach out to her. If you're doing this on Instagram, if you're doing this on any platform, look at a few of her pictures and come up with a conversation starter about something about her life that you can ascertain just by looking at her pictures. Lying about being separated, having a girlfriend, not quite being over a girlfriend, having a wife, all this stuff, stop with that crap. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic. The truth always bubbles to the top, especially when you're a smart woman, and if a smart woman is with you, she's not going to take that crap. She's going to ask you all these questions, and she's going to know what the deal is. So stop lying. If you're not out of your present relationship, handle that first before you start dating other people. Like, do you really need attention that badly? Like, enough. Mature. Emotional intelligence. Handle your shit before you start dating other people. Number 3, being cheap, or the opposite, throwing money around, trying to buy her love. Got to be somewhere in the middle. If you're complaining about the fact that she ordered a $22 glass of Moet Chandon after you said, what would you like, doll? And she's like, I'd like a glass of Moet Chandon. And you're like, $22 for a glass of champagne? Don't do that. That's pathetic and tacky and so uncomfortable. It puts a woman in a masculine state, because now she's forced to say, oh honey, you don't have to buy that for me, I can buy that for myself. And it's instant turn off. It's terrible. If you have problems with a $22 glass of Moet Chandon, then you need to either like downgrade your woman and like figure out who you're dating, that they're going to be cool with, you know, I don't know, some drink, some mudslide at Fridays or something. You know, like get it together. Get it together. Look at your finances, figure it out. It's not to say you have to stretch yourself and, you know, put yourself in places that aren't for you, but really to say that, you know, a girl ordered something and it's expensive and you comment on that, it's not cool. It's a massive turnoff. Number 4, taking too long to ask her out after you've connected on text or a DM or any kind of situation. Ask her out. Ladies, if he's dragging his feet, invite him in on a phone date if you like him. He'll probably like it. He'll probably do it, but set the pace. Take control in setting the pace. The lady sets the pace. Don't wait around for this guy to ask you out, to take it to the next level. Men, you should be doing that. Just as the example I gave about Mr. S. He was like, what is your week like? When I definitely want to see you again. You know, it's about making it known. Tiffany says, what is a perfect date outfit? Depends on what you're doing. I've been on a date where a perfect date outfit is like a pair of shorts and like a nice blouse with some sandals to like go to have brunch somewhere. A dress is always nice, not one with a lot of cleavage. Avoid that on the first date. You don't want to be oozing sex on the first date. Tone it down. You want him to fall in love with you before you start showing him any kind of anything else. So you want to be tasteful, very tasteful, stylish, not over the top stylish, like this isn't a fashion show, this is a guy. Not too much clunky jewelry and stuff, just simple is best. Guys like simple. Nothing complicated, no dangling complicated noisy earrings, nothing just loud and crazy. Just be understated and just lead with who you are. Let him see your beautiful face. You know, you can show the form of your body, but you don't have to be like throwing cleavage in his face. So that's kind of my take on like the perfect outfit. And B, dress according to where you're going, right? So if you're going to do something where you're going to be kind of active, then wear an outfit that's appropriate for that. I will say that I would steer clear of the first date, beach date. It's too much skin too soon, and there's a reason why they're doing that. They're trying to get you in the water and the kissing and the whole deal. Like, you can get to that later. That's not a first date. I love jeans and a bodysuit, my go-to. Yeah, super cool with like a nice shoe, you know, nice bag, you know, and like, I love advising women to break out like best bag, best shoes, because guys check that out. And you know, guys who are looking for a high value woman, they are looking for someone who's very well dressed and, you know, maybe a nice watch. You know, they look for stuff like that too, and they want to know that you've gotten it for yourself, or it was a gift from your parents, or, you know, something like that. Like when I say, you know, I've had it happen where like I'll have my watch, and I've had it happen where a man would comment on my watch. I have a Rolex. So he would say, you know, oh, it's nice, you know, it's a nice watch you have on. And I'm like, oh, thanks. It was 35-year-old birthday present to myself. So when I turned 35, I went to Vegas and with, you know, my friends, and I was in the market for a watch, and I bought my watch. Oh, wow. And like, yeah, and I want to like upgrade soon, so I'm kind of seeing what I'm going to get next. So that right there shows a guy like she has taste and she's capable of buying herself her luxuries herself, not a gold digger. And that also means I got to up my game because this woman knows what she likes. So there are little things, subtle things that you can do with what you wear and how you carry yourself and what you talk about that will attract a certain kind of man. So taking too long to ask her out on a date, epic fail. And ladies, you set the pace. So if he's dragging his feet, thinking that he's going to drag you and keep you around for 2 weeks while he's trying to sort out the other 5 women that he's trying to date. No, get him in a phone conversation, and in that phone conversation you're really clear. I'm looking for the real deal. I'm looking for something serious. So I'm not really dating anybody. I'm looking for like my person, and my dating style is that, you know, I prefer to focus on like one person at a time. And if that's not your dating style, that's cool, but that's not going to work for me. And that's it. Done. Number 5, trying to get in the house, upstairs, inside, in the bedroom. Oh, give me a tour. Give me a tour. No. No. I will have you in my house when I'm ready to have you in my house. Period. I made it about Taz, my dog. I was like, I'm not ready to have you meet my dog yet, bro. That's just the way it is. Not everybody's gonna get to meet my dog real fast, you know? There's stuff that has to happen first. And, you know, insert yourself into her life before you start to insert yourself into her. Jonathan Golden says creepy, right? Super creepy. A lot of times women, they don't even want you to know where they live. They've been burned before. So don't be offended if she's like, oh, it's okay, I'll meet you there. I'll take an Uber there. I'll meet you there for the first couple of dates. It's just because she's trying to determine if she can trust you, if she can feel safe, and if you're a gentleman. She doesn't know you from anywhere. And women, typically, they think, is this man going to kill me? Or is he going to protect me? Like, that's it. It's very cut and dry. So when you show her that, you know, you're conscientious of her, you know, and do not let her touch a door of any kind, ever. You walk up to the restaurant, you do not let her push the door open. You lead. Push the door open, she comes in. You sit her down first, then you sit. Ridiculous how people don't know these things. Manners. Ugh. So sexy when a guy has like classy manners. It's so nice. So I'm hopeful this helped you out. And I saw a lot of guys come on, so I'm hopeful that you can watch it as a replay. For those catching me on YouTube, if any of this resonated and you're like, oh my God, I'm a dating disaster, and you want some, you know, time with me to give you a girl's point of view about what we like, what we're looking for, and that you might be oblivious to it, connect with me at lovequestcoaching.com and take the free Love Life assessment, or just message me on lovequestcoaching.com. We'll get you into a one-on-one session and we can squish this and handle this fast. I am Lisa the Love Coach everywhere on social media, Lisa the Love Coach. And much love to you. I'll be back on tomorrow, another 5 o'clock quarantini, where every day I come with cocktails and dating wisdom and advice. Have a great night, everybody. Much love.